Hello everyone, myself Dr. Sharmila from Sage University, Bhopal. Today I will discuss the viscosity in liquids. What is viscosity? Viscosity is another physical property of liquid like surface tension. The viscosity of a fluid is a measure of its resistance to deformation or resistance to flow at a given rate. For liquids, it corresponds to the informal concept of thickness. For example, syrup has a higher viscosity than water. So we have we have used syrup, and we know that a syrup has higher viscosity than water. So that is more thick. A fluid that has no resistance to shear stress is known as an ideal or inviscid fluid. Zero viscosity is observed only at very low temperatures in superfluids. So here we can see for this liquid, the viscosity is quite high as compared to water. So viscosity is another type of bulk property defined as a liquid's resistance to flow. When the intermolecular forces of attraction are strong within a liquid, so the liquid's molecule, they will face its very strong intermolecular force of attraction. Then there is a larger viscosity. An example of this phenomena is imagining a race between two liquids down a windshield. Which would you expect to roll down the windshield faster, honey or water? Obviously, from experience, one would expect water to easily speed right past the honey, a fact that reveals honey has a much higher viscosity than water. So viscosity can be not only a fluid's resistance to flow but also change shape or movement. So resistance to flow, resistance to change shape or movement. The reciprocal of the viscosity is called the fluidity, a measure of the ease of flow. So we know if viscosity of liquids is high, so the fluidity will be less and vice versa. So that is why it is the reciprocal of the viscosity. Liquids such as motor oil or honey, which are sluggish and high in viscosity, are known as viscous. So whatever liquids are having very high viscosity, we call them as viscous liquids. Let us imagine a styrofoam cup with a hole in the bottom. If then we pour honey into the cup, I will find that the cup drains very slowly. That is because honey's viscosity is large compared to other liquids' viscosities. If we fill the same cup with water, for example, the cup will drain much more quickly. So viscosity is a measure of a fluid's resistance to flow. It describes the internal friction of a moving liquid. A fluid or liquid with large viscosity resists motion because its molecular makeup gives it a lot of internal friction. A fluid with low viscosity flows easily because its molecular makeup results in very little friction when it is in motion. So gases also have viscosity, although it is a little harder to notice it in ordinary circumstances. That is why most of the cases we call it as fluid. The viscosity is property of a fluid, gas and liquid. But in case of liquid, it is easy to observe or notice, and it is hard to notice in case of gases. So at a molecular level, viscosity is the result of the interaction between the different molecules in a fluid. This can be also understood as friction between the molecules in the fluid. Just like in case of friction between moving solids, viscosity will determine the energy required to make a fluid. So as we already discussed with like in surface tension, viscosity is another physical property of a liquid or a fluid, better to say. In case of liquid, this is basically the resistance to change the shape, resistance to flow, all these things. So, how to measure viscosity? There are numerous ways to measure viscosity of a liquid. One of the most elementary ways is to allow a sphere, such as a metal ball, to drop through a fluid and time of the fall of the metal ball. The slower the sphere falls, the greater is the viscosity of that liquid, and the faster it falls, it will be the viscosity will be less in that liquid, and that is measured. So another more advanced design of measuring viscosity, known as the Oswald viscometer, that is much more accurate than dropping a metal ball. So an Oswald viscometer consists of two reservoir bulbs and a capillary tube. Here is the picture. So this is Oswald viscometer. The viscometer is filled with liquid until the liquid reaches the mark A with the aid of a pipette to accurately measure out the volume of needed liquid. So here it is mark A. So I have to put the liquid. Viscometer is then put into a water bath which equilibrates the temperature of the test liquid. As noted before, the equilibration is important to maintain a constant temperature as to not affect the viscosity otherwise. Liquid, so with change in temperature, the viscosity changes. The liquid is then drawn through the side 2 of the U tube, that is this side, side 2. This is the side. By use of suction, and lastly the flow is time between marks C and B. So how much time it takes to flow from C to B, that is the we have to measure. So viscosity coefficient eta can be expressed as eta is pi into r to the power 4 Tp by 8V into L, where the viscosity can be determined by measuring the amount of time the test liquid flows between the two graduated marks C and B. So this was all about viscosity. Thank you.